Oops, wrong one. There we go. Hello and welcome to the Omni Coalition news show, also known as TOCNS. This show is an amalgam of strange, weird, bizarre, off-the-wall, and otherwise things you don't normally see anywhere from most news sources these days. During a time of political overabundance and divisiveness, we present you with more unifying topics to discuss. For links to those articles and music done by Carrara and anything else potentially interesting, check the underbar of the description below. Anyway, I am Aoxander.
I am the Slayer.
You are. And today is, what is today? Today's Moon's Day, right? Monday, yeah?
Yep.
October 3rd, 2022. So, my apologies to the viewers. This is my first news show in a long time, and this is, the first time. Anyway, let's get into this. Our first article here, we have eyesore solar farm planned for picturesque New South Wales town sparks outrage. So let's see here. Residents of a scenic village voted Australia's top tourism town for the second year running are furious at plans to build a huge solar farm on their doorstep. A proposal to install 25,000 solar panels on the road leading into Mudgee in central New South Wales has everyone from the local mayor to businesses and celebrity residents upset. So what do you feel about that?
That is not ideal, to be honest. I think that'll be more just getting in the way. The solar panels, like, they'll do more harm than good.
Yeah, I mean, I understand the requirement for power, but like, do they have to build them like so close? Like maybe they get the best sun in that general area. I don't know. Like, I don't know anything about New South Wales, but I mean, like, I don't know. Like, you know, that's interesting. Like, to me, solar panels, like I see them everywhere. They're all over the roofs, all over the place, you know. But they do kind of clash with, like, you know, the Hispanic-looking architecture, you know, of the houses and whatnot we have out here. Why don't you read these next two here so we can give a little bit of understanding more.
Alrighty. Mudgee is famous for its stunning countryside and attracts tourists from around the state, keen to sample its food and wine. But a local family's decision to install thousands of glass panels, which would be bordered by a 3-meter-high, 1.5-kilometer-long dirt mount on the side of the road leading into the sleepy hamlet, has created a storm.
Huh. So this is one family's decision too. So one family is screwing up the whole town. Mudgee.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at what this looks like. Mudgee, New South Wales. Let's see here. Images. Oh, that is a beautiful looking little town.
Yeah, it is. It is a nice little town.
Yeah. Church and whatnot. Let's see. Map. Let's see. Trying to. Okay, so that's where Mudgee is.
Let's see. I have a topographical map of the area of New South Wales.
I am looking at the satellite view. I see.
Ooh. Okay, so yeah, you can see, like, the terrain and whatnot there.
Yeah. So I see a lot of open farmland and whatnot.
Yeah.
Huh.
I see, like, possible areas for that to be.
Yeah, well, it's saying it's on the road in, so it's one of these roads in way.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know, because, like, maybe it's like a farming family, and maybe they want to convert their farm to a solar plant, and it's like right along the one of the ways to get into this area, because you can kind of see the outline of the city with the red dots here.
Yeah, you can see which is the city limits and what's not.
Yeah, that would be kind of an eyesore. There's just all of a sudden a big old solar plant right there, you know, and all that green.
Yeah, you just see.
But
just
people do need power, so.
Yeah, it just sits there and disrupts all the greenery.
Now, why can't they do that at the airport? What is this? What the hell is this?
This is education. Oh, it's a school.
That's interesting. Australian Rural Education Center, huh?
Yeah, it's like a whole campus.
Yeah, but it's right next to the runway. That's That's weird.
That's good.
Oh. Well, anyway, well, that's interesting. Let's move on here. Former judge pokes holes in mass grave narrative at Kamloops Residential School. What is this? Let's see here. In today's report, I sit down, and this is from, I'm reading the article here, as the viewers can see, to interview retired Judge Brian Gaysprit to help bring the public more insight into the flawed claim that 215 children's remains were discovered buried at the former Kamloops Indian Residential School last year. Holy crap.
Dude, that is horrible.
So, this guy served as Manitoba Provincial Court Judge for over 30 years. So yada yada yada. This is not telling me the actual meat of the story, just the highlights, it seems. Yeah, it's a video here, it appears. So I don't want to watch videos while making a video. But
video inside of a video.
It says here, reported as the ground-penetrating radar specialist whose work was behind the initial claim of buried children, her full report has never been released to the public. Well, that's not good. You know? This tells me, like, maybe a bunch of children, like, died at a young age because, like, kids back in the day, died due to, like, one reason or the other. Maybe this could have been a sacrifice. I mean, there have been mass graves of sacrificed children, like, in Mesoamerica and whatnot. So I'm wondering if this would be the same thing. But where is this even? Where is this?
Kamloops Residential School.
Kamloops Indian Residential School. Let's take a look
Guessing
at
it's on
that.
a reservation. Sounds like it's on a resident.
Yeah, Kamloops Indian Reservation.
Yeah, it's up in Canada.
Canada, huh? British Columbia. That's where
Canada,
my dad was born.
Oh, really? Oh, that's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Dad was born up in Vancouver.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm gonna get rid of that one. So wow. So that's crazy. So apparently there might be a mass child grave. 215 children remains, Native Americans under the school. So gotta keep an eye on that.
Seems like the rest of it's just a bunch of advertisement.
Yeah. Hey, we have here, U.S. Army fails to meet recruitment goals for 2022. The U.S. Army has failed to meet its yearly recruitment goals, failing by around 15,000 or 25% short of its quotas this year. The military confirmed last Friday. The struggle to garner new recruits comes amid a service-wide push to embrace the Biden administration's policies of diversity, equity, and inclusion. Oh yeah, here we go.
Yep.
So,
yeah, there we go.
Well, this has probably been talked about on many different areas. Like, I'm trying to avoid the general like topics of what somebody like Tim Pool or Salty Cracker or something would talk about, but this is really alarming.
Yeah.
Why don't you read this next article or this next thing here, the paragraph?
The big paragraph, or
the one I have highlighted, the Marine Corps.
Oh yeah, in the Marine Corps, which enters every fiscal year with as much as 50% of its numbers locked in, only has around 30% this time around. The Air Force and Navy will only have met 10% of their goals with the start of the new official year. And the Air Force typically has around 25% of its recruits locked in, per a military source.
Yeah, you were right, by the way, fiscal, which means financial year. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I had it. All right.
Yeah, we have quote, in the Army's most challenging recruiting year since the start of the all-volunteer force, we will only achieve 75% of our fiscal year 22 recruiting goal, end quote, said Army Security Christine Warmouth in a statement to the AP. Quote, the Army will maintain its readiness and meet all our national security requirements. If recruiting challenges persist, we will draw on the Guard and Reserve to augment active duty forces and may need to trim our force structure, end quote. So why don't you read these next two paragraphs and then we'll talk about it.
Okay. The Army on Friday said it managed to recruit 45,000 soldiers during the fiscal year that ended on Friday, falling short of its 60,000 target. The Air Force brought in 26,151 recruits by pulling from its delayed entry pool to meet its target, but has put itself in a difficult position for recruitment next year.
This is alarming because
Yeah, it's like,
I'm certain that I saw Tim Pool talking about something like this
mhm,
because what this means is with everything else, like like our educational system and stuff like that, they're going to
mhm,
lower the standards, and
yeah,
that's not good. Because when you're in the muck and you put your hand in a pile of goo that a moment before was your best friend's face, if you're not
yeah,
strong enough to haul $100 pack, how are you going to survive in a war? And how are you going to quote unquote defend our freedom, so to speak? Like
yeah, exactly.
our military is getting weaker, and that's frightening. So
Yeah, I
yeah.
think in terms of requirements, I went through the whole military thing. I went through the whole like up through maps. The requirement, I think you have to have like a 38 BMI at the worst.
Ah,
Or no, I can't remember the BMI. Well, actually, wait, hang on. I can't remember what the.
38 BMI. BMI is body mass index, but you're talking about 38%
Mhm.
because that's man.
Well, not 38, but I think what did I have? I can't remember what my BMI was when I checked. Like when they checked mine, I think I was like at the time I was like 230, 6'5". I can't remember. Oh, okay, it is about. So for men must maintain
It's
body
just
fat
saying
between 18 and
percent body
26.
fat. It's
Yeah,
not telling.
that's for the body fat.
Um, okay, so it says if a branch instead, okay, is there a BMI requirement for the military? If a
Hmm.
branch instead decides to rely on height weight screening tables, the policy mandates that service members must beat body mass index standards no bigger than 27.5, with minimum limits not allowed to be below BMI of 19. So,
Yeah, because you can't be like super skinny. You can't be
yeah,
like twig thin, but you also can't be like massive. You also can't be
yeah,
like obese.
yeah. No,
I
you
mean,
can't.
like if you were like jacked obese, like if you were like overweight, like your BMI was like say like 32,
But you had a lot of strength. You
but it
know.
was like all muscle, then you'd be fine. They'd let you in because
Okay.
they'll like if you have a higher BMI, they'll check your waist and then they'll also check your neck,
Ah.
which will actually bring it down. Like
Hmm.
if you have the requirement for me, they said I had to have a waist that was under, I think it was under like 40 inches, and I was under that. So,
Hmm.
and then
Uh,
with the neck, my neck really brought it down because they measured it like 17 and a half inches.
you do have a thick neck.
I
Like,
do. It's like
actually, I don't think you have a neck. You just your thumb. You go from shoulder to head. Like,
I got so much neck that it just disappears.
you're like the male version of that meme. And then he grabbed me by the neck. Liar!
Like, what neck? And
How? How do I grab your no neck? You know. It says,
just grab the face.
yeah. It says here, how fat is too fat for the Army? The maximum allowable percentage of body fat for men ranges from 18 to 26%, depending on service and age, while for women it ranges from 26 to 34%. That's not fair. Like how can you sit there and say, oh, we're both equal, and yet they have two different things? The math and science, is, come on.
Yeah, for like them, they're more lenient. And they can get away with being bigger.
Yeah, and there's a whole lot of other things like requirements to pass courses is for women it's longer. For women they have a lot more leniency. I mean, hell, they
Hmm.
can keep their long hair. You know, like
Yeah,
like
it's like seriously.
the whole purpose
Like,
of
shave them all bald.
yeah, the whole purpose of going through boot camp and stuff is to break you down. Well, the number one thing most women identify themselves around is how good's their hair. Well, how can you not take that away and then expect the same outcome? Like it makes no sense. But
Like,
anyway, let's move
yeah.
on here. The Broken Wheel, the Netherlands' unique waterside suburb. Het Brekkense Wheel, which is Dutch for the Broken Wheel, is a unique waterside residential area and tourist attraction in the Netherlands. Located between the Frisian Lakes and Ejuselmer, The largest lake in the Netherlands, the aptly named Het Wheel, is a suburb made of several properties of small plots of land
Hmm.
resembling broken wheels and surrounded by water. Every building consists of several homes, each accessible both by car and by boat, which makes this place very popular with water sports enthusiasts. Because of its unique layout and visually impressive design, especially when seen from above, I'm not going to pronounce this again, is often considered an example of indigenous waterside urban planning. So look at that.
Interesting.
That looks so
That
cool.
is actually, that is cool. Wow.
That would
That
be
is,
fun to live. And then you can like go out on
that
all
would
these
be
little like jetties and stuff, and like walk your
around.
dog,
Yeah.
play frisbee. Like
Yeah, you'd sit there and yeah, you get to hang out. You just kind of doing your thing.
yeah,
Plus,
dude,
heck, you go fishing. You can go fishing every morning.
dude, that's so weird. They look like a 90-degree cul-de-sac. Like look at that.
It really does.
It's just like and then cul-de-sac. So I gotta look this on the maps once again. Let's see here. Here.
That looks like from above.
Ooh, wow.
That
That
actually,
looks
that is
cool.
looks like a bunch of half cylinders.
Yeah.
It's like if you took a car and just like split the cylinders in half and then just made them and like just assembled them in a line.
Yeah, or actually like these, they look like octagonal bolts that just
Oh,
got
they do.
part of them sheared off.
Yeah, they do. They
Yeah.
really do. Holy crap.
Yeah. That's weird.
That's pretty neat. That is cool.
That looks really cool. I wouldn't want to live here though, like facing this junk pile, or well, this appears to be a marina, but still,
Mhm.
like,
Yeah.
but that's really cool. Like unbroken, like house, semicircles. Oh, look how short this one is. Like,
Imagine it's just one family living in that.
and then these
They're
guys
like,
are
"Hey,
off
look."
on their own over here, like one road all the way over here to their own. But that looks
that'd
like a
be
cool
cool.
place to live.
Yeah, that would be.
Dang.
Like, there's all kinds of. If you look on the maps, like, you would just see there's all kinds of cool places you
Oh
could live.
wow! Look at this place,
Wait. Oh.
dude.
Oh,
Like the
damn,
whole
that's
city. Look at the whole city. It's all a bunch of like rivers and inlets and like.
Yeah.
And look at this.
Yeah,
Look
that's
at
awesome.
this road work right here.
Ooh.
That's cool. Dang. I gotta
It's-
visit this place. This place looks cool.
It really does. And then there's just a McDonald's.
Where?
There's a McDonald's there on the right.
On the right?
If
I
you
don't see
go
it.
down.
Oh, there it is. Oh god.
Way to ruin it. Just put a McDonald's there.
Oh
Like,
wow, it's in the I guess like the armpit of an on ramp, like whatever you would call this. That's interesting.
Oh yeah, that does look like it's part of an on ramp. That's
No, it is. Look.
Oh, it is. What?
Yeah.
That is weird.
No, it's built in one of those little armpit things. Like
That's
that's
something you don't see every day.
that looks like a pain in the ass to drive to. Like maybe not
Oh.
for that place, but like you try to build something like this out here in California, people will shoot each other. Like
Oh
look
yeah,
at
it
this.
wouldn't end well.
Look at this, 2 major intersections right there. Boom, boom. Like, oh my god, that's not good. Anyway, well, let's move up here. YouTube Village, the Indian village where almost everyone is a YouTuber. Why don't you take this one?
I feel like that's like the that channel on YouTube where it's like where they do like these quote unquote handmade builds.
No?
They're okay. I'll have to show you it later on. They're pretty
Yeah.
cool, but like they're impressive. But the ones that you'll usually see are fake. They're not even real.
Huh. Like what are you exactly talking about? Let me look this up here. Handmade?
They're like primal builds, I think.
Bimobiles?
I think they're primal builds. I think builds. No. Prime build. Primal. Yeah, primal.
Primal?
Yeah.
Primal builds.
Yeah. It's like that
Oh,
kind of
this
stuff.
stuff.
Yeah, those.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, no.
that's wild. Yeah.
Yeah, no, those guys those guys specifically, like that dude, those ones were exposed to be fake.
Oh, primitive survival. Yeah, well, dude, that looks.
Yeah,
I mean, that looks so not real. Like, people
yeah.
in like.
There's that I think it's that dude that a little bit down the bushcraft survival. I think it is. Oh no,
Ugh.
I don't know if he's real or not, but I'd
Ooh, this
imagine
is
so.
cool. Primitive
But
survival
cool.
tool. The guy has a pool and cabana. Look at that.
Yeah, they have cool build. Like the builds are cool and all, but
Yeah.
yeah, no. Oh yeah, yeah, no. It's called primitive technology.
Okay.
I think that's the original.
All right. I'm gonna
I
subscribe
believe.
to them.
I was gonna say yeah, that's the original. I believe. Yeah. Oh yeah, he is. That is the guy. That is the
Okay.
guy I was hearing that I heard about.
Dude, like this would
Like
actually be
somebody told
very
me about the
useful for
original.
people who want to live off the grid. You know,
Yeah.
because like.
Yeah. But yeah, I think this was the guy that was proven he was 100% legit. Like he actually did this stuff on his own.
Well, it looks like it. You know, I mean, like, you know,
Like,
it's all nice and grass. That other
yeah,
video that we were looking at, like, up here, like, you know, that looks like
yeah,
the Taj Mahal. Like, you know, like, look at the water slides on both sides. That's no way in hell they're building that out in the Congo or something. Come on. You know?
yeah. They're because they're sitting there using like tubes and whatnot. They're using like actual like foreign tools,
Yeah.
like hammers, all that stuff.
I mean, where do they get all the paint for the blues and the yellows and the oranges and, you know, how do you make that mesh screen? Like, how do you make those balconies? Like, there's obviously, like, steel superstructure and stuff in there. So, this is not a mud villa. Come on, there's no way mud can support a two-story structure like that. Like, no. Anyway, well, why don't you
Anywho,
read here this Indian village where almost everyone is a YouTuber?
okay, YouTube Village, the Indian village where almost everybody there is a YouTuber. Ooh, that's something. Tulsi, a small village in India's. I'm not even gonna attempt to pronounce it.
Chhattisgarh?
Chattisgarh? I don't know.
Chhattisgarh? I don't know, maybe.
Chattisgarh? Chattisgarh?
Yeah,
Garh? I don't know.
yeah.
State has become known as YouTube Village because a third of the population makes videos for a living.
Holy crap,
Um,
dude.
Online video content is more popular than ever, and it's no wonder that millions of people around the world are working hard trying to build careers as video creators. But nowhere is the concentration of would-be YouTubers than in Tulsi Village, a small rural settlement in
That place.
yeah, the place that I can't pronounce, where over a third of the 3,000 strong local population is actively making videos and posting them on YouTube for profit. Many of these creators used to be farmers, but after hearing that some of their peers had doubled, even tripled their income making YouTube videos, they decided that it was time for a career change.
That's worrisome because now who's growing the food? Like, so
That's
like
a good question.
over
Maybe
a
that
third.
other 2/3 is.
Over a third of the 3,000 strong though, so that's over 1,000 out of 3,000 people are now YouTubers, and that's cool and all. But like a lot of these people used to be farmers, as you said, and now they're not. And like, isn't the world having a food crisis right now?
Like, isn't that the reason? I bet you that's part of the reason why.
Well, in that local area, probably, yeah.
Yeah.
It continues on here. The story of India's YouTube village began with two friends, Gayandira Shukla and Jai Verma, who left their jobs as network engineer and teacher, respectively, to make video content. Before long, they started earning a pretty penny from their new endeavor, and word of their success spread throughout the village, inspiring others to follow their footsteps. So they lost an engineer and a teacher, too. Wow. This is some
That's not
plague.
good.
YouTube is turning into a disease. You know?
If I were a content creator, I would just stick with another job just because you need to have something there as well to fund that.
Well, this is
But I
what
wouldn't
boggles
put all
my
your money
mind.
into
Like, how the hell can 1,000 people all make enough of a living to survive off of YouTube? You know, in that one area, let alone the whole world. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, where's my money? Where's my part of that pie? You know? Like,
Yeah.
But dang, that's really crazy. I gotta look this place up though. Let's see here, Tulsi.
According to it's 40% of the village population is now engaged in making video content for platforms like YouTube, TikTok, or Instagram. The youngest being 15, and the oldest being an 85-year-old grandmother.
Where are you seeing that?
I just
Oh, I
scrolled farther
see.
down. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
I know. That's like... So, other major channels based in Tulsi Village range from comedy and music to education and DIY, which for some people that don't know, it's do-it-yourself.
Yeah.
With the most popular numbering over 100,000 subscribers on YouTube alone.
Wow, so I guess you don't have to have a lot of subscribers to be making some decent money. Apparently,
Yeah.
maybe out in India, I'm not sure, but like...
I mean, to make money, to make a decent amount of money on content creation, you only need like a few thousand.
Huh.
Which,
Well,
for a lot of people, that's a lot of subscribers.
that is.
Like, for me, that would be a ton. Like, that would be a lot. Because I only have like 60.
I
Like,
have
that would be a...
131 right now.
Yeah. Like, for guys like, for like us, but that would be a ton. That would be like, that'd feel like a million.
But check this out. Pardon me, I found it. So there's 3,000 people living within this red line, and over a third of them are YouTubers.
So I'm guessing those green
Crazy.
patches are the farms. I'm guessing the green patches are like farms and whatnot.
Oh yeah, no, all of these squares that you see, the patches,
Yeah.
these are all like farms and whatnot. So,
Yeah.
but that's crazy. So, we YouTubers are looking down at 1,000 YouTubers within this area. That's crazy. What is this over here? What is this area? I can't read Arabic.
I'm guessing it's... Okay, so one of them's a shop. I'm guessing it's a shop area?
I don't know. This looks like a bunch of warehouses, like, because like there's
Here,
no parking lots.
Because there's a... Because it says Vinay shop.
Shop.
Um,
Oh, police
If you-
force.
Okay, so this is like that's like a general area of like general things to happen.
Interesting. Like city center, you say? It's weird. It just seems like it's out in the boondocks, you know?
Yeah, it does. It seems like it's just out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, because like you have all this area, you know, all of these random streets and residences and whatnot, and then you have farmland, you know, and then you have these two like large rectangles of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, what are these, dude? Like, are these residences? Are these businesses? Like, what is
Could
this?
very well be. I know that one's a police station. That other one,
Federal
Oh.
government office.
Huh. So this is like the government area.
I believe so. Let's get onto the ground here. Okay, so it's just Okay.
Okay, so it's just like a common area.
Yeah, it's a general area. Appears to be
Okay.
some tractor sales going on over there. But yeah, the government and the police offices are in this building, and then
Yeah.
here's like a bright building. So they're obviously selling tractors. Like, look at all the tractors. There's something going on.
Yeah, I think they're doing a farm show or something.
Yeah. Well, anyway, let's move on. Michigan man's cat officially named tallest in the world. Well, that's interesting. Why don't
Looks
you
like
take
a
this one?
leopard.
I know. Why don't you read the first two paragraphs here?
Okay. So, do you want me to start with Fenrir, or?
No, like
Oh, so like the okay.
Yeah.
September 30th, UPI, a Michigan man's 18.83-inch tall pet was awarded the Guinness World Records title of the tallest living domestic cat.
18.
Fenrir. So 18, that's almost 19 inches tall. Oh my.
Yeah, hold on a second. I'm trying to get to it here. So it's like this tall.
So it's like, yeah, holy, oh my god.
So it stands. Oh, so like so up to shoulder height. So that has to be, yeah, because like that has to be its shoulder
Yeah.
height, because in the photo here it's up on its hind legs and it's like its head is up to the guy's waist. So
Must
that has
not
to
be
be
that. I was
its
gonna
shoulder.
say, I was gonna say shoulder height.
Yeah,
Even then, that like he must not be that tall of a guy though either.
maybe. Well, anyway, go on with Fenrir here.
Anywho, Fenrir, a Savannah cat belonging to William John Powers of Farmington Hills, was rewarded the title after Guinness World Records verified the feline's impressive height.
Huh.
Ooh.
Savannah cats are a hybrid breed resulting from the mating of a domestic cat with an African serval. Power said that Fenrir's brother Arcturus, wow, this guy knows these names, was previously awarded the same title when he was officially measured at 19.5 inches in 2016, but the feline later died in a house fire. Arcturus still holds the title of tallest domestic cat ever. So not only did this guy have the tallest domestic cat ever, but he has the current tallest domestic cat, alive. So he has two records.
Yeah, he's sitting there holding two.
That's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well then, let's move on to Weather Control Commission here. It says here, in 1950, Senator Clinton P. Anderson of New Mexico introduced a bill in the Senate to create a federal weather control commission modeled after the Atomic Energy Commission. Its purpose would to regulate and license rainmaking activities in order to ensure the quote equitable distribution of precipitation among the states, end quote. It would also study military applications of weather control. Right here, my brain was just saying harp, 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 harp. Like, right here. Anderson didn't get his Weather Control Commission, though. In 1953, the federal government did create an advisory committee on weather control. And, of course, there are those conspiracy theories alleging that the government is using the HARP station up in Alaska to control the weather. So, yeah, this is something I've been talking about for a long time. Like we know about the cloud seeding stuff, during the Vietnam War in the 70s and whatnot, that may have extended the monsoon season by 6 months, or it could have just been naturally like a long monsoon season. We don't know. At least we, the public, don't have any actual documents of, what, actually was effective or not effective. But keep in mind that was 50 years ago. What do we have now? And, I mean, to a layman like me, I mean, I'm no scientist, but even I understand, like, physics and whatnot, and, like, the whole HARP thing was about, like radio waves and whatnot, like, manipulating the electromagnetic field, which could in turn, cause, like, disturbances to weather, because that does dictate our air currents, and without getting into the science, like, it's frightening, What say you?
Yeah. Honestly, I think it's if it actually is being controlled somehow, if that is, it's a mixture of not good but also kind of impressive that you could affect weather like that.
Yeah, I'm just imagining like somebody like up in the White House or something. They have like a weather control machine. They're just like Cobra, like Cobra from G.I. Joe always had like a weather control device or some kind of dominator, like.
But he does like the evil laugh, like Dr. Evil.
Yeah.
It's just the president voiced by Michael Myers.
Oh my god. But yeah, no, that is frightening. There's a whole news article here, like a clipping. Federal rainmaking control urged as security measure. So this was actually like, these are clippings. Baltimore Sun, December 10th, 1950. So this was actually like, public knowledge as far. That's how far it got. So there has to be something, like. Because, like, think about this, like, lithium-ion batteries, the batteries in your phone, the batteries in your car, the batteries in your everywhere, that was technology that we had all the way back in the 40s during World War II. I mean, like, people see all these, like, the radio guys, how are they powered? They don't have a plug-in, they're not plugged into a wall somewhere, they have the lithium batteries. So, like, and it wasn't until, like, the late 90s, early 2000s, before, like, we, the public, even knew about them, and then started getting them. So essentially, the technology we, in the civilian field have is the military-industrial complex is literal trash. The stuff that is so beneath them that they just give it to us. So God knows what they actually have,
Yeah.
So, and if I'm talking too much, just tell me.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Anyway, let's go to this next one here. Why don't you read it?
Ooh, secret male hypnotism.
Yep.
Handsome men beware.
Yep. You want to read all this?
Yep. It's been a long time coming, but now, for the very first time, the principles of secret male hypnotism are being revealed, and now you can learn to use these principles to command the love and affection of handsome men. Never again will you have to lose out because you might not be the type of girl certain men go for. Once you learn to apply the principles of secret male hypnotism, men will automatically see you as their dream girl and will be strongly attracted to you.
Dude, why is this written seductively? Like,
No idea.
like, like when I'm looking at all of the ellipses, like all the dot, it's like, it's been a long time coming, but now, for the very first time, the principles, you know, that's how I'm reading it. Like, it's just like, dream girl, and will be strongly attracted to you. Like, wow, like, what? I've never felt more violated by text than what you just read me. My God. But yeah, there's a whole article clipping here from Photoplay, November of 1976. So this is old. Learn secret male hypnotism. Oh, well, this is right from the thing. Like,
Yeah.
once you learn to apply those principles, the man of your choice will experience definite feelings of love for you. He'll experience a true feeling of affection towards you, and more than likely, he will be strongly attracted to you sexually. So,
Put it all in a nutshell.
Female manipulation, mind control. Yep.
He said nutshell.
Nutshell. Shut up, Beth.
Come on, Beavis, could be the dumbass.
Yeah. Oh my God, you made me Beavis laugh in my own laugh. All right, well, yeah, that's still really concerning to me. Like, you know,
Yeah.
like manipulation. You know,
Yeah.
men
I'm
aren't
very concerned.
men aren't the gender who know how to manipulate. So yeah, well, we do, but like not as much. But anyway, well, yeah, that's about it for like the news and stuff here. So let's see, did I make an outro? Yeah. That concludes the show. Once again, you can check the underbar in the description for any links you may be interested in, which also includes Sohan's Twitch and everything Omni Coalition. For your dose of news, we stream this show. Don't know yet the time. This is the first episode, so this next week is going to be loosey-goosey with it. But if you're a viewer, then congratulations. You caught us at a random time. Anyway, I was Aoxander.
The Slayer.
The Slayer.
The Slayer.
Yep. And for a moment there, we were joined by Muffin. So anyway, until you catch us tomorrow, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection. I almost knocked over my tape measure. Rate 5 thumbs and subscribe. Toodles.
And Toodles.